Welcome back to All Things Money. My name is David Blain, and during this segment, we're going to talk about some tax deductions and credits for individual taxpayers. This is going to be a good segment given the timeliness of what's going on. Most people are getting their papers together to get ready to go to their CPA to file their taxes, or buying TurboTax, or if you don't make a lot of money, you don't have a complicated situation, you can even go to the IRS website and what they call free file your taxes for free. Now, if you have a complicated situation, like most of our clients do, we highly recommend that you get some professional help. The tax code is very complex. We spend a lot of time trying to keep up with all the changes and nuances of the tax code, and frankly, it's even very difficult for us to do. If you'd like to get in touch with us, comments or questions on the show, our phone number is 633-0107. The email is allthingsmoney@dlblain.com, and our internet address is www.dlblain.com. So let's get into some tax deductions and credits for individuals. Number one is the IRA Roth contribution. You have until April 18th this year to file your taxes, not April 15th. The deadline is April 18th. You can contribute up to $5,000 to an IRA, $6,000 if you're age 50 or older. There are some income limitations, and if you're covered by an employer plan, there are some limitations on that. So make sure that you apply to your particular situation. Now, if you're self-employed and you have a SEP IRA, you have until the tax filing deadline, including extensions, to make those contributions. We like the Roth IRA, and those limits are the same, $5,000 or $6,000 if you're age 50 or over. If you're for the deductible Roth IRA, I did write it down here. If your joint income is less than $176,000 and not covered by a retirement plan, you can deduct that. If you're single, you can. If you're covered by a retirement plan at work, you can deduct some or all of your IRA if you're single, less than $66,000, or $109,000 if married. And if you're not covered by a workplace retirement plan, that joint income limit goes up to $176,000. So don't overlook those deductions. They can be a very good tax deduction contributing to your IRA. The deduction for property taxes, even if you don't itemize, is back. Individuals can claim up to $500 and married couples up to $1,000. Now, with property taxes, I know where we live here, our business in Craven County, North Carolina, they just had a big revaluation, and a lot of people's property tax went up. So even if you don't itemize, you can take up to $1,000 if you're married as a deduction. This is big for high-income taxpayers. We covered this previously. The itemized deduction limitation has been repealed for 2010 and through 2012. That means they get the full amount of their deductions and they're not phased out. Credits. Credits are a big. Deductions are one thing, but a credit is a dollar for dollar. It's as if the government is paying your tax for you. So credits are big. You want to make sure that you don't miss these. The making work pay is still in effect for 2010. This is maxes out for $400, $800 for joint filers. You don't have to do anything for this. It's just on your earned income, but make sure you file Schedule M to get this credit. The child tax credit up to $1,000 can be claimed. The earned income credit is available for married couples under $48,000, singles under $43,000. This is a very complicated area of the tax law. Frankly, most of our clients don't fall under these rules, so we don't maintain a lot of expertise in the earned income credit, but it is for people that at lower income levels can get a refund even if they don't pay any tax. The child and dependent care credit up to $2,100 for 2 or more children. If you pay for daycare expenses for both spouses to work. The retirement savings contribution credit allows for a credit of up to another $1,000 if you contribute to a 401k or an IRA. It gives you another tax credit. It's a great deal. The first-time home buyer credit expired in 2010. It seems like years ago, but that was just 2010. So don't forget, if you qualified for that first-time home buyer credit, make sure that you take the deduction on your return. It was up to $8,000 credit. The energy and appliance tax credit is available up to 30%, up to $1,500 for energy improvements, or alternatives such as solar. There's also some other credits that are unlimited, like the geothermal credit was 30%. With unlimited, there was no $1,500 cap. There's some decent incentive for college costs. The HOPE credit was replaced with the American Opportunity Tax Credit. I love these tax credits, especially the educational ones. They change the name like every other year, so some congressman or senator gets credit for it. But anyway, each student can now get a $2,500 higher education tax credit for the first 4 years of college. Every family conduct $4,000 of college tuition and fees in 2010 and 2011. For 529 plans, people that have 529 plans, computer and internet access now qualify as qualified education expenses, so you can pay for them tax-free. What that means is if you take money out of a 529 plan to pay for a child for a computer that your child takes to school, or you take money out to pay for their internet access, these are now tax-free withdrawals. You know, we've kind of been doing that over the years, but it's been a little contentious. But now the IRS, according to the IRS, these are definitely legitimate deductions. Some itemized deductions, don't forget about miscellaneous things like tax prep fees, job hunting costs. Your sales tax is an itemized deduction, medical expenses, and mileage for things like charity as well as medical. One last thing, the unemployment benefits, the first $2,400 you receive is no longer tax-free if you were unemployed. Okay, that's a lot of information, but that's all the time we have for today. I hope you'll join us here again next week for All Things Money. My name is David Blain.
The proceeding was a paid program. The opinions expressed are not necessarily those of WNBU and Inner Banks Media.